And that's a block from Carlton.
Yeah, I mean, I understand she was trying to get a shot off here, but you don't have to play the hero here. You just try to work the ball. No one else touched the basketball here. She's playing hot. I understand it's a heat check. Unfortunately, it gets it blocked.
That was the first foul in the final 2 minutes, and no free throws, but another foul here will put the Lynx on the free throw line. 5-point ball game. Banham, the pull-up, knocks it down, ice in her veins. Rachel Banham with a back-breaking jumper to extend this lead to 7. 20-second timeout for the Liberty.
A good way to put it, a back-breaking jumper, Michael. That was a tough one to give up because you're within some range there, and that was a tough shot. There are some gamers on this Minnesota team, some players who've really been around a long time. You can't count that out, that veteran experience. But you have a chance here to get a bucket. It doesn't matter, like I said, if you can get the 3, great. But if you don't have it, settle for the 2.
Tuesday night on Yes, watch the Red Hot Yankees take on the Minnesota Twins as Aaron Judge and company kick off a 3-game series at Target Field. Pre-game coverage starts at 7 o'clock on Yes and the Yes app. It has been an 8-2 run by Minnesota after New York went on a 16-0 run.
I showed a lot of fight there.
And you got to think Coach Brondello will look to that third quarter. That 16-0 run was spectacular. But the fact that they dug themselves that big of a hole, they exerted a lot of energy trying to climb out of it.
They really did. And it was a great effort coming back. But Minnesota's found it within them to hang on to this lead.
Liberty barely get it in, and then they turn it over. Banham comes away with it. And now the Liberty, see if they foul here. And they do. Whitcomb picks up the foul. And Ariel Powers has been talking this entire game.
She's been very energetic. She's been the spark plug. And she likes playing against New York. She's been just such a leader out there.
I would say our friend Lisa Willis fired her up a little bit with
she
the trash
did.
talk, but Ariel's been on one from the opening tip.
She doesn't need that to be fired up. I think she's just always fired up.
Extremely animated.
She's also really into gaming. She, very involved with NBA 2K stuff. The two of us actually called some NBA 2K.
Oh, get out of here! Just
a couple years ago. Fun fact, yeah. It was her and I doing some NBA 2K tournaments. I was a quick learn with that. I'll be honest.
Okay.
She knows 2K a lot better than I do. She's a gamer herself.
Taking a look at the upcoming schedule for the New York Liberty, and you were mentioning this with Lisa Willis. Just kind of a unique, not a home and home in the sense of in New York and then in Minnesota, but 2 home games for the Liberty versus the Lynx. And so they'll wrap up their season series on Tuesday. That game will be on CBS Sports Network and the S app, 8 o'clock. Then it'll be another matchup with the Indiana Fever. Buckle up for that one. Those games are always spectacular. Yep. And then it's June 12th against the Sky, another matchup with the Mystics. And then June 19th against the Storm. That's a noon start on ESPN.
And interesting to hear Lisa talk about how that gives a playoff feel. She didn't know she liked it. She didn't know she liked it. It was just, it's different when you're not used to the games, the home and home games. But I think it's good in a lot of ways. You get used to your opponent a little better.
And you would expect, as the foul is called there, you would expect, it's on Rachel Banham, but you would expect that the Liberty will regroup and be fired up in that Tuesday ball club, given how this game is unfolding.
Oh, for sure. And they have the opportunity to be at home as well, where they're comfortable.
Ionescu with the lay-in up to 31 today. One of the better games of the season, albeit in a losing effort. 13 for 24, knocked down 3 threes, 31 points for Ionescu to go with 7 assists.
She couldn't have played any better.
Dribble out the clock.
Sabrina played so well today. I mean, that's a very good sign. They need a little bit more offense from some of her teammates surrounding her. This team is better when they get 3+ players in double figures. And their defense was a little iffy at times, but a great comeback from New York, and they'll be ready on Tuesday.
Trailed by as many as 19 in this ball game, went on a 16-0 run, got to within 1 point, but Minnesota closes out strong. That wraps it up from Barclays Center.